According to a new poll released by NPR, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 55% of white people in the United States believe that white people are being discriminated against in their daily lives here in the United States. Now, what's really interesting about this fact is that most people polled, the white people who say they're being discriminated against, many of them could not name a specific instance in which they personally were discriminated against. A few of them did come out and say things like, well, I was up for a promotion and instead they promoted the black guy instead. As if that's some kind of oppression and has nothing to do with perhaps age, longevity, skill, ability. It's just because, oh, a black guy got something and I didn't, I'm being oppressed. And that particular viewpoint is exactly what this poll is trying to expose. White people are not being discriminated against in the United States. I mean, pretty much throughout our entire history as a country, white people have not been discriminated against in the United States. Now, I'm sure you can probably find like one or two instances, maybe a business here or a business there run by a black person that said, no, we don't like white people. Yeah, you can find racists on both sides. But systemically, no, white people haven't. White people have never been told that they have to sit on a certain place on a bus. White people have never been told that they have to go sit in a separate segregated section of a restaurant. White people have never been bought and sold in this country to go work on plantations. White people are not being discriminated against, but the majority of people in this country, white people, and it's a slim majority, it's about 55%, believe that whenever a black person gets something, whenever a black person succeeds, it comes at the expense of a white person. Why? Because all they see is the black and white issue. They don't look at how hard that person worked. They don't look at the adversity that they overcame, the long nights they spent studying in college or high school, the hard work that they've put in all through their lives. No. All they see is, well, I'm white, I didn't get the thing, but the black person did. That's discrimination. That's not how it works. You want to know how discrimination works? Why don't you go look at the footage of those Charlottesville riots? Why don't you go look back at the history prior to the Civil War? Why don't you go look back at the history of the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the Civil Rights Movement? That's what discrimination looks like. White people in this country have never faced anything like that. And it is beyond appalling and absolutely disgusting that a majority of them think that somehow they are the victims of some kind of race war in the United States today. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.